Hi there and welcome to Noca. In this video, we're going to be showing you step by step how to create a JWT connection with your Salesforce and Noca AI. So this will allow you to have a secure connection with Salesforce when you're building apps, bots, and so much more. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to go into security and credentials. We're going to go to certificates and we're going to create here a new certificate. So I'm just going to write here how to JWT, and we're going to click generate, and that's going to now give us some information. First, we're going to also add in some names here. You can use whatever names you want. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to use how to JWT. I'm going to click apply, and now it's going to generate for us that new code. Now, as you can see, we have the certificate, the private key, and the public key. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a copy of this certificate, and we're going to go ahead and create a new text document locally on our computer. So I'm on an Apple, so I'm going to go to text edit on my MacBook. We're going to paste the certificate, including where it says begin certificate and end certificate, into a text file in our computer. I'm on a MacBook, so as you can see, that's in the text edit window. So I'm going to click save now. We're going to give our file a new name. So I'm how to JWT Feb 8th. And you can see here that we don't have the option to save it as a certificate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click save. Then I'm going to go over to format, make sure it's make plain text. So this will be a text file and not a rich text file. And now we're going to go and jump over to our Finder on our computer. We're going to grab that new file. Okay, so here it is. We have the how to JWT February 8th. We're going to now rename that and just add to the end of it .cert and go ahead, and now we'll ask us and we'll say yes, we want to use the cert here, and I already have one with that same name. No problem, we'll just use that one again. Okay, great. And now that we've got that, we can actually go and set up our connection further. And now we're going to go to connections and create the new connection inside of Noca. Now I'm going to do this in a new window in Noca so that we have these both working in parallel. So here I am on the connections page in Noca. I'm going to go up to the top right, click new connection, click Salesforce, click next, and click create a new connection. And we're going to call this how to JWT, how to video for JWT. We're going to click here JWT, and now we're going to fill in some of this information. The first thing that we're going to do is take the private key from here. We're going to copy that to our clipboard, and we're going to put that in the private key of the digital certificate here, like so. And the next thing is going to be our username. So here is my username for the environment that I'm going to use in Salesforce. The next thing will be our login URL. So if we're in a Salesforce production or dev instance, we're just going to use the login.salesforce.com URL. If we're in a sandbox, we use test.salesforce.com. But if you're using a custom URL, you still are going to use this regular production login.salesforce.com URL. That's part of the process. And the next thing is to ensure that you have the most latest package of Noca installed in your Salesforce org, and it needs to be at least 1.5 version 2 at the time of making this video. But if you don't have it, of course, you can just go to our App Exchange listing at Noca AI on the App Exchange to download that and install it inside of your environment. Now we're going to go over to the Salesforce side and start setting things up. So we're going to go over and go to Salesforce. We're going to click Setup, and we're going to go to Setup, and then we're going to jump over here to our settings. And we're going to go to external client apps and then settings there. Now we're going to go ahead and toggle, if it's not toggled, the new connected apps. We're going to enable that, and we're going to click on new connected app. So now we're going to start filling in this information. We're going to say connected app name. We'll call it Noca 2026, and that will give it the API name. We can put in a contact email, so we'll do avishai at noca.ai. And now we need to give it a callback URL, which we're going to do under the enable OAuth settings. So we toggle that. And the callback URL, we're just going to do app.noca.ai. That will work for the purposes of what we're doing here. We want to now use digital signatures. We're going to choose a file, and that file, of course, is going to be that new certificate that we just made. Here it is, our certificate that we just chose a little bit ago. And here we're going to choose full access. So let's get to full access. And we're also going to need to choose token. So we'll get to token at the end of this list. Here it is, perform requests at any time, refresh token offline access. Perfect. We're now going to remove these three boxes, make sure that they are not checked. And now we're just going to go ahead and save all of the settings. It says here that's going to take up to 10 minutes, not a problem. Let's click continue. Now we have here our confirmation that the setup was completed. As it says, it can take up to 10 minutes to take effect, but we're now ready to continue with the setup on our end. Now we're going to go to manage consumer details. It's going to send us a verification code, which I'll be getting in my email. We go ahead and put our code in, verify. Now we're going to take our consumer key that Salesforce just gave us. We copy that, and we're going to now go back to Noca, to that original screen we were on, and paste that in there. And now we're going to go back to Salesforce, and we're going to search for manage connected apps. Here it is. We're going to choose the Noca app that we just created. We're going to now go to edit policies. We're going to change it to admin. Click OK. Go down to save. Now we're going to go down to manage profiles, and we're going to choose system administrators, and we'll save again. And now that we did that, we're ready to go back to Noca and give it a test. So let's test it out and see if we did it correctly. And there it is. Our test is successfully completed. So now you have that JWT connection inside of your Noca account, and you can now begin to create JWT connected apps, chatbots, and a lot more using Noca. And now it's very important for us to click close, click save, and now we can begin to use our new connection. Here it is. So continue watching us, subscribe to us on YouTube to watch now how you can use that JWT connection in your projects as you build with Noca AI. Thanks for watching.